Topping our news this hour, the U.S. Navy is backtracking on claims made 2 weeks ago that an American aircraft carrier was heading towards waters near North Korea as a show of strength. In reality, it was actually sailing in the opposite direction. The USS Carl Vinson was heading to the Indian Ocean for military exercises with its Australian allies on April 8th. This all comes as the U.S. Vice President Mike Pence continues his Asia tour amid growing tensions on the Korean peninsula. Let's remind you of what the U.S. President Donald Trump said earlier this month. On Fox News on April the 11th, as the carrier was moving away from the Sea of Japan, Trump said, "We are sending an armada, very powerful. We have submarines, very powerful. We have the best military people on earth. I'll say this," he, referring to Kim Jong-un, "is doing the wrong thing." Craig Leeson has this update from Seoul.
It appears that this naval strike force was nowhere near the peninsula on the Saturday that we were told it was going to be here to cover any threat from North Korea during the celebrations, the 105th birthday anniversary celebrations of founding father of North Korea, Kim Il-sung. Many analysts believe that that would be a period that the North might show some strength by testing another missile or even testing its nuclear capabilities. We did actually see a missile launch and fail on the following Sunday, but that happened whilst this naval strike force was thousands of kilometres away. In fact, it was 5,600 kilometres away in the Sunda Strait in Indonesia. So it, even after receiving orders to come here, it curtailed its exercises, completed some of them before turning and eventually heading towards the peninsula. We're told it is still many days, at least a week away from coming here. The North Koreans must have known this. They must have had surveillance about this. It certainly brings into question the US bluff on its ability to strike North Korea at that particular time. And I'm sure its allies are wondering now about the credibility of the US saying that it has South Korea's back 100%. Certainly questions, I'm sure, are going to be asked. South Koreans have told us that these are in fact US assets, and because of that, they're not in control of these assets. So one wonders where this story is going to play out from here and what the answers are going to be that come from the White House administration and indeed the Pentagon.
Meanwhile, the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations had more tough talk towards North Korea, comments that overshadow Vice President Mike Pence's Asia-Pacific tour.
There's one message to North Korea. The United States is not looking for a fight, so don't try and give us one. Because that's the only key, is if they keep trying to instigate, if they try and give us one, then they're going to create a fight. United States is not looking for it. North Korea needs to realize, don't give us a reason. We won't have a reason to fight.